Good morning, students. Today I am here to tell you about the seed structure and germination. So first of all, we will see what is a seed. So a seed may be defined as a fertilized mature ovule which possesses an inactive embryo and reserved food for its further development. Okay. Now see here, interesting fact. The smallest seed is of orchid which weighs only 0.1 milligram. Largest seed is of Ludosia maldivica, that is double coconut, which is weighing about 18 kg. Study of seed is spermology. Seeds are found in phanerogams, that is seed bearing plants. Now if we come to the structure of seed, so we will see a typical seed consists of three essential parts. One is seed coat, embryo and endosperm. Now come to seed coat. The outer covering is seed coat, which is developing from the integument of the ovule. Outer layer is testa and inner one is tegmen. Seed coat protects the seed and other parts. Next is embryo. Embryo is defined as young plant enclosed inside the seed coat. It is developed from the fertilized egg. At the point where the seed breaks, it is called hilum. Close to hilum, it is the micropyle, which allows the entry of water into embryos. Embryo of a matured seed consists of cotyledon, plumule, hypocotyle and radicle. Now come to cotyledon. Cotyledon are the seed leaves. In dicots, the cotyledons are joined to the embryo by the stalk. In monocot, if you will see, there is only one cotyledon, that is called scutellum, joined to the embryo. Cotyledons store food material for the embryo. The radicle, plumule and hypocotyle together form the embryonic axis or tigellum. Come to plumule. It develops from embryonic axis, gives rise to primary shoot. Radicle, it is the part which projects out of cotyledon and which gives to the rise to primary root. Next is hypocotyle, the part of the axis of embryo lying below the point where cotyledons are attached is hypocotyle. It bears the radicle at its end. Endosperm, it is a food reserve that develops in certain seed. Seeds with endosperm are called endospermic seed, while those without the endosperm are called non-endospermic seed. See here, that is a structure of dicot seed. Here it is the plumule, radicle is here, and this part is the hilum. Here cotyledons are present. This is the plumule in case of monocot. Here is the radicle and here is the endosperm part. Okay, in monocot, in dicot there is lack of endosperm in most of the cases. Now come to types of seed. There are two types of seed depending on cotyledon. So monocot, that is single cotyledon is present. Example, wheat, rice, maize, onion, barley. Dicot, where the two cotyledons are present. Example, mango, gram, pea, castor. Now come on the basis of endosperm. So endospermic seed, in some dicot there is castor and monocots, cereals and grasses. Food is stored mainly in endosperm. Such seeds are called albuminous or endospermic seed. Now non-endospermic. Some seeds do not have endosperm and food is stored only in the cotyledon. These are called non-endospermic or exalbuminous seeds. Example, pea, gram, lentil. Next is seed germination. The process by which dormant embryo of seed resumes active growth, forms a seedling is seed germination. Dormant seed is a seed where it is in a state of apparently inactive activity and will not start to grow even if favorable conditions are provided until definite time has elapsed. Simple meaning is that after a definite time only a dormant seed will be able to grow. A seedling is a young plant that grows from a seed. Now come to necessary condition, that is first is water. Water is responsible for saturation of the protoplasm. If it is air dried, seed is air dried, water content is 10 to 15% and no vital activity are possible since the water content is less. Water facilitates the necessary chemical change in food material. It is also a medium where enzymatic reaction will occur. Water is imbibed by seed coat, which becomes soft, swells up, bursts open. This helps the embryo to come out easily. Simply, water is important for the physiological conditions inside the cell. Suitable temperature, it also provides a suitable temperature so that all the physiological process can occur. Then seeds do not germinate at temperature below 0 to 0 degree and above 45 degree. Optimum temperature is 15 to 30 degree, though it varies from 0 to 40 degree centigrade. Next is air. During germination, the embryo undergoes growth. Energy is required for this. Energy comes from oxidation of food material stored in cotyledon or the endosperm, which requires the oxygen from the air. Next is sunlight. Some seed may not need sunlight for germination, but once the cotyledon rises above the soil, light becomes a crucial factor for development of plants. Now, type of germination: epigeal and hypogeal. In epigeal germination, cotyledons are pushed above the soil in the air and light due to rapid growth of hypocotyle. Bean, cotton, castor, papaya, onion, tamarind, you can see epigeal germination. In hypogeal, it is just the opposite. Seed remains inside the soil. It is due to the fact that epicotyle elongates faster than the hypocotyle, so that the cotyledons remain inside the soil. Example: wheat, rice, maize, pea. Now see, it is a special type of germination seen in mangroves, where the seeds do not show the dormancy, begin to germinate while the fruit is attached to the tree. That is called vivipary. Okay. So here it is the structure of bean seed: epicotyle. This is hypocotyle, seed coat, hilum, here endosperm, hilum. Then first true leaves are there. This one, you see the epigeal germination here, where the seed coat remains inside the soil here. Seed coat, it is inside the soil. Now here is, you see, the cotyledons are pushed above the soil. In this case, the cotyledons are inside the soil. So this is hypogeal germination. Inside the, it is inside the soil. This is epigeal germination. Now see germination in case of maize grain. Maize is a monocot. After absorbing water, the grain produces radicle which forms the root system. As the plumule is growing through the soil, it is protected by coleoptile. When it is above the soil, plumule bursts out of coleoptile, expands, forming the leaves. Single cotyledon remains below the soil, absorbing food from endosperm, and photosynthesis makes the plant independent. Here you see fruit wall and seed coat. Here it is endosperm, aleuron layer, coleoptile, then plumule is there, scutellum or cotyledon is present, radicle, then coleorhiza. Maize showing hypogeal germination. As the cotyledon remains under the ground, increase in the size of epicotyle. After germination, young seedlings drop into saline water with the radicle and downward. So here you see this is the coleoptile region, and here from here coleoptile is there, but you see the cotyledons are still inside the soil. Here this is the coleoptile, these are the first leaves.